Hi friends, I'm Deb Paludi, author and illustrator of Old Rock Is Not Boring. This is a story about a rock who's been sitting in the same spot in the middle of the forest for as long as his friends could remember. And Old Rock's friends, hummingbird, tall pine, spotted beetle, all think that sitting there must be really boring. Old Rock proves them wrong with tales of adventure, including this page where we see Old Rock coming out of a volcano. So I thought we could do something fun and create our own erupting volcano with things that we might have just laying around in our kitchen. What we're going to use today, vinegar, dish soap, and baking soda. Pretty much everyone has this in their kitchen. I'm going to use a little bit of water, and you could also use, but you don't have to, use a little bit of washable paint or food coloring to make the lava that's going to come out of our volcano a nice color. One other thing that you'll need is a container, and here I'm using a flask, but you could use a bottle, like a pop bottle or plastic bottle or a jar that has a narrow top right there. And then you're going to want to make a volcano. And to do this, I just cut a big circle and put a slit in it and folded it to this cone shape, and it fits right over the flask right here. So that's where the eruption will take place. But to start, we're going to need to mix our ingredients. Now the first thing I am going to do is to take 3 tablespoons of baking soda, and I've already measured it, and I'm going to put it in this bigger mixing bowl here. So I've got the baking soda. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of water, maybe a quarter, half cup. It kind of depends on how big your container is. So I put a little bit of water in there, and I'm going to add a bit of dish soap. This is to make it a little more bubbly. If you want to measure it, I would say a tablespoon. I'm just going to give it a good squirt there, and that'll make some nice bubbles. And then I'm just going to add a little smidge of this orange paint that it's washable. So make sure that whatever you use is washable. I'm just going to squeeze a teeny bit out and then mix it all together. I'll mix it in here, and then I will be pouring it into our flask. So see, I've got a nice orange liquid. It's a little bit thick from the baking soda. Okay, I think that should work. And I'm going to just go ahead and pour that. I'm going to make sure I get all of the baking soda, so I'm going to mix it a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to pour that right into the flask. It's a little bubbly right now because of the dish soap. Okay. Now it's time to put together a volcano and make a reaction. That's the sciencey part of it. So make sure when you're doing this can get a little messy, so make sure you're wearing clothes that can get messy. That's why I have this coat on, and that you're working on a tray that's not going to spill over. So I've got my container here, and I'm going to put a volcano over, and hopefully, yeah, it's snug at the top so it will flow right over. And then if you want to have a little extra fun, you can just make some decorations. For instance, I painted an old rock, and I'm going to put Old Rock right there. And we've got a couple dinosaurs, because there are dinosaurs in the book, and you know, who doesn't like dinosaurs? With their volcanoes. Maybe a tree if you have it. Do whatever you want. You could make some paintings or toys. Oh, that one's a little big. We'll put this one here. So we've got a few decorations, and now is the time for the reaction. So I'm going to take vinegar, about 50 milliliters, more or less, and pour it in here. And we're going to watch what happens. It happens really quickly, so it will just erupt. So be watching. Okay, here goes. Pouring in the vinegar. Whoa! That was quick. It's still erupting. Look at that lava. Try this at home with things you have in the cupboard. Baking soda, vinegar, water, and food coloring or paint. Have fun.